Welcome to the Atlanta Uncut. I should say the Uncut Atlanta Sports YouTube channel. I'm Walter. Thank you for tuning in. This is the very first video that I'm putting on this channel. And today we're going to be talking about the Atlanta Braves and how they got to do better. But they got a major problem. They have a major problem. And we're going to talk about it. But on this channel, we talk about everything Atlanta sports, from the Hawks, the Braves, the Falcons, Georgia Tech, UGA. We might even sneak high school sports in here. I don't know. But if you want uncut, just real sports talk about Atlanta sports, you're in the right place. We don't hold anything back. We don't sugarcoat it. When our teams are doing well, we say so. When our players are doing well, we say so. But when they are stinking it up, we're going to say so. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about this hot start that the Braves got off to, but over the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, they've actually stunk, even though they haven't really lost a lot of games. But it's going to be a problem down the road, and we're going to get ready to jump into it. So first, let's jump into why I believe the Braves have a tremendous problem. And we're going to talk about Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna is one of my favorite players. He's one of my favorite players. He is my favorite player. And it's a shame that he had to go through all those injuries. I think the injuries really did mess him up. It really did knock him off. I think that the dude could have been one of the best baseball players to ever play the game. But unfortunately, injuries have derailed that, and now he's just not the same guy. But this guy is the problem, in my opinion, is the Braves' problem. And when I say that he's the Braves' problem, it's not that he's causing the team to lose every game. He's not helping in a big way. But he's going to be requesting, probably within the next year or so, about $300 million. And that's just minimum. He might even ask for more than that. And should you really invest that kind of money in Acuna? I wish I can say yeah, but we just can't say yeah. We can't say yeah without ignoring what is going on. He's been injured a lot. He's dealing with a lot of injuries now. I don't even think he's healthy now. And what he's going through, as far as, I think he had like a thumb injury, a thumb bruise, bone bruise in his thumb in Miami this past week. And he left the game. I think he left the game. I know he didn't leave the game. He finished the game, but he wasn't the same. And we know about the 2 ACL injuries to his both his knees. And this guy, he can't stay healthy, and he's not producing. He's not the same in the field, on defense, and he's definitely not the same at the plate. I would not invest $300+ million into Acuna. My opinion, I think we should trade him, and I don't say that lightly. My favorite player, hands down, in MLB, Acuna is. But I can't ignore what I'm seeing. I can't ignore what I've seen over the past few years after he won that MVP in 2023. I can't ignore it. Just can't ignore it. And the Braves are in a very, I won't even say a difficult spot, but they're in a very unique position when it comes to Acuna, because their instinct is going to be to what we can for him while he still has some value. Because after the end of this season, I think the dude's stock is going to be just so far down. I don't think you're going to get much for him in the offseason if you try to trade him. I think you have to try to move him by the trade deadline. They're not going to do that. The Braves aren't. I know that. But this is my opinion. I think they need to trade him. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some of Acuna's stats. We're going to look at his stats over the last 5 games. And we're going to see if this is a guy, and we're just going to be modest. We're just going to look at the last 5 games, but he's been bad all season long. I mean, he did that little weak ground out to end the game when they could have won against the Nationals I think it was on Sunday when they lost the series. Bases loaded, he couldn't even get a run in. So we're going to just look at the last 5 games, and we're going to look at his stats. We're going to look at just exactly what he's doing over the last 5 games. So as you can see here, this is Acuna's stats over the last 5 games. As you can see right here, uh, going back to Miami on the 20th, 1 for 4. Miami, the 21st, he was 2 for 3. Then we went 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. But even in these games where the game that he went 2 for 3, you can see that there's no significant numbers being put up except for here the 2 RBIs, which is good. But in the 1 for 4 game, no RBIs, 1 strikeout. That's unacceptable, in my opinion. Unacceptable for your top dog. This is our top dog here. This guy right here, and I'm not calling the man a dog, but you know what I mean. He's our top guy. He's our top weapon outside of Drake Baldwin, who we really need back right now, but he's hurt. But if you see here, 1 for 4, 2 for 3, 0 for 4, one walk with this 0 for 4 against the Nationals. That second game against the Nationals, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts now. And then the other night, when they had the rain delay, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Well, 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Just unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. He has to get his stuff together, man. The Braves, I know Drake Baldwin is doing great, even though he's on the IL right now. He's doing great. But this team is only going to go as far as Acuna leads them. And I say that because he's the leadoff hitter. That's an important spot in the lineup. In my opinion, he should not be batting lineup. He should be batting probably 6th, in my opinion. Probably number 6. Probably 6th. Him and Austin Riley have been major disappointments. Austin Riley is a whole different animal. He's just so inconsistent. One game he goes 4 for 4. The next game he goes 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. You never can get a gauge on Austin Riley. He's so inconsistent. He's making the most money. He has one of the largest contracts on the team. So him and Austin Riley, Acuna and Austin Riley, the team is only going to go as far as they take them. And with them being so important, that's why I say with Acuna, I think you need to try and see now what you can get in return for Acuna. He may turn it around. He may heat up. And, I'll be the first one to eat crow. But what he's done is just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. Just look at these numbers. And this is just over the last 5 games. If we go up to look at his overall numbers, let's see here, his overall numbers for the season. 149 at-bats. 36 hits. 36 hits. 2 home runs. And a batting average of 242. For your top tier player. Your superstar. That's unacceptable. 36 hits in 149 at-bats. That's bad. And look, just 22 runs. Just 22 runs. 11 RBIs. 11 RBIs. Only 7 stolen bases. This is your star player here. That cannot happen. It just can't happen. If you think back to the MVP season in which Acuna had, dude hit like 41 home runs and had over 100 RBIs, was batting like 330 for the season when he won MVP. That's the type of player that you're paying Acuna to be, And that's the kind of money he's going to be requesting. He's going to be requesting MVP type money. But has he given the Braves MVP type production since winning that one MVP? The answer is no. The answer is no. So the Braves have a problem. They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Acuna. If they're going to pay him, I would not pay him. But my gut reaction says that they're going to pay him. I don't know how much. I don't know if they're going to give him 400, but I think they're going to give him 300. And I think that that'll be a huge mistake for them to make, paying him that kind of money. So we have a game tonight, though. We're going to preview this Braves and this Red Sox game that's going on tonight. And yeah, we're going to preview this and see what we are up against. We just played Boston, had a pretty good series against them here in Atlanta. And we're going to see exactly what we do and how we shake up with them tonight. As you can see, they're in Boston tonight. Braves, of course, are favorites to win this game. They're favorites. We got Strider going against Ranger Suarez. And we know the Braves have always struggled against Ranger Suarez. Always. We've always struggled against that guy. And most teams have. I don't know why teams struggle so much against him. He does not throw hard. He doesn't have anything fancy, but I guess it's just that delivery, that left-handed delivery that he has. He hides the ball very well when he's making before making the delivery to the plate. He's just a very simple pitcher, but he's very tough. He's very tough. You know, he has that 2.40 ERA right now. Innings pitched right at about 48, only giving up 35 hits, has 43 strikeouts, only 14 walks, and only giving up 3 home runs. And so it's definitely going to be a tough one. We know he's always given us a problem going back to the Philadelphia Phillies days. So we know the Braves struggle against good pitching, all of them. They can't hit. And that's another thing with the Braves. They're not hitting. None of them. There's not very many of them that's hitting right now. They're not hitting the baseball. And that's my fear. That was my fear after the hot start that they got to start the 2026 season, was that they were going to revert back to the previous few seasons to where their offense has been terrible. And that's what they have been over the past 2 weeks. The offense has been completely atrocious. So we'll see if they can get it together. But if this offense, the way that they're looking, they're starting to look like previous years, which is garbage. So I'm not feeling very confident right now about the Braves until they prove to me that they can be consistent at the plate. The pitching has been outstanding. The pitching has been outstanding. The starting rotation, the bullpen has been outstanding. There hasn't been many games this year that the pitching has not kept the team in the game. But the majority of the games that we've lost this year has been because the offense have let us down. And especially over these last 2 weeks, the offense has just been horrible. Matt Olson has been terrible. Acuna has been terrible. Albies has been terrible. I think Albies is like 3 for his last 28 or 29 or something like that. Dubon has been terrible. The only person over the past 2 weeks that's been decent has been Yastrzemski. Yes, he's been the only guy that's been pretty consistent, over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And that has to change. That really has to change. All right, so before we get out of here, let's take a look at the starting lineup because I believe they just released it. Yeah, they did. So we're going to put the starting lineup here on the screen. And I'm going to critique this lineup. I don't want Acuna leading off anymore. Acuna needs to be at the bottom of the batting order. Acuna needs to be around that 6 or 7 spot in the lineup. And I think you can kind of toy around with placing Dubon as the leadoff. But you really don't have a lot of leadoff options right now in this lineup. You know, these guys are just bad right now. None of them are hitting. None of them are hitting. So no lineup you can really throw out there right now is going to be the end all be all to solve all the problems. But if I had the choice, I would most definitely place Ronald Acuna down towards that 6th or 7th spot. Maybe slide Dubon up to the leadoff, and then keep Olsen in that 3rd spot. I don't know why. Who told Walt Weiss that Ozzy Albies should be in the 4th hole? I don't know who told him that. Albies has no business being in the 4th hole. Okay. Albies needs to be down towards the bottom too as well. And I would put Michael Harris at 4th, batting cleanup. And that's even a stretch right there because Harris has gone back to taking bad swings. He had a bunch. He looked bad against the Washington Nationals on this past Sunday. He could have he could have tied the game, I believe, as well, driven in the winning run. He didn't do it, taking bad swings out of the zone, just being just too greedy, being selfish at the plate. And that's the way that all of them are up there right now. They're being selfish at the plate. Everybody's swinging for the fences. And that's been the problem over the last few years. Bad discipline at the plate. So this lineup, we got Acuna, Dubon at 2nd, batting 2nd, Matt Olson batting 3rd, Ozzy at batting 4th, Austin Riley. We definitely need Austin Riley to pick it up. He looks like garbage too, hot garbage. Eli White, Michael Harris, and Ha-Seong Kim. Ha-Seong Kim is, I would say you can trade him, but I don't know what you can get for him. Ha-Seong Kim is done. He's done. I've seen enough. I don't want to see it anymore. Ha-Seong Kim. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't want to see Ha-Seong Kim. I want Mateo at shortstop. I want Mateo at shortstop, Dubon in left field permanently. Mateo was red, scorching hot before Ha-Seong Kim came back. And he's better defensively than Ha-Seong Kim. And he has a better bat. He has more power, has more gap power, has more contact ability at the plate than Ha-Seong Kim. And now he can't even see the field except to pinch run. What are we doing? Get Ha-Seong Kim out the lineup. I'm tired of seeing it. Nothing against him. Sure, he's a good guy. He seems like he's a good guy. I'm not talking about him personally. I'm speaking about what I've seen on the baseball field. He needs to be on the bench or traded or AAA, but not on our 40-man roster. Period. Period, point blank. He's no good on the field. No good at the plate. Get him off the field. This lineup started stinking when he came back. That's when this lineup stunk. Get him off the field. Get Mateo more at bats. Get him more reps out in the field so that this team can get its rhythm back, get its mojo back, and actually look like they are the best team in baseball. Because I'm telling you, it's early. I know they have the best record now. I think they still have the best record. But let me tell you, the way that their offense is looking, they're not going to have that top spot before long. They're not going to have the top spot before long. So they have to get it together. They absolutely have to get it together. And it's going to start with Ronald Acuna Jr. It's going to start with Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Michael Harris, your core group of players that you are paying the most money to. Those guys have to do their jobs. Those guys have to produce. The pitching has been superb. The pitching is not the problem. It's the offense. The offense. So let's hope they get it together. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back maybe I'll do a reaction maybe tonight of the results of the game when we go up against Boston tonight. Maybe I'll do a reaction, but I'm not for sure. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel so that I can start live streaming. I can live stream and give you guys real-time feedback, everything that you want to hear about the Atlanta sports. We're going to be diving in deep until the quarterback situation with our Falcons. Who's going to start? It's going to be Penix. It's going to be Tua. Who knows? We'll see. We're going to talk about it here. But I thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.